Turtle here. With another turtle cast. What are we doing, people? No worries. Turtle power. This turtle cast, turtle-cast.com. Turtle-cast.com. This turtle cast is going to be called The Mall. Why women be walking around with a bag of dicks. Alright, before y'all get your panties in a bunch and wonder why Turtle is saying some dirty stuff. By dicks, I mean Dick's Sporting Goods. And I'll just answer that question real quick. The reason why I think a lot of women are walking around with a bag of dicks, again, Dick's Sporting Goods store, the place that has sporting stuff. I'm not, by the way, I am no affiliate with them either. I think a lot of these women, particularly moms, are buying stuff from Dick's because, well, what it's the most wonderful time of the year. And no, I'm not talking about Christmas either. It's send them little fuckers back to school time of year, right? So I go to the mall. By the way, I will even say the mall it is. It's the Holyoke Mall at Ingleside in Holyoke, Massachusetts. So we have back to school going on right now. Of course, you see all kinds of summer, end of the summer clearance sale, this and that. College means savings, and honestly, I would rip a headline right out of that. College means savings because Biden just forgave our student loans, and anybody can capitalize that right now. So wearing my Agora lens, I would definitely try to captivate an audience of people, right, that are that have student loans, that you think that have student loans, and maybe they're unaware of the process of getting them forgiven. So you could run a good campaign off that. Anything really. It doesn't matter what you sell. The problem is at the mall is there's too many places of commodity. I even asked some of the store employees and workers there some questions at various random times and various random questions. I'll try to rehash some of my findings, I guess you can say. Again, this is the Holyoke Mall at Ingleside, Holyoke, Massachusetts. And I'm going to jump right into and talk about Starbucks for a second. As I'm sipping on my $5.50 cup of coffee. Why is Turtle's coffee $5.50? I'll tell you why. It was actually only $3 and some change. However, I like the service I was given, even though they had an issue, and because I got a little intel on what's going on at this particular Starbucks. Hey, by the way, Starbucks people that work in corporate office, if you're listening to this, you better fucking pay attention. 3 fucking days, 3 days, you're telling me you let a Starbucks establishment at the Holyoke Mall go without an ATM. Not an ATM, a card reading machine. I have a picture of the sign, and I asked, I think it was the store manager, Alex. I gave him an extra tip because of the intel, to be honest with you. And I always, when I buy things, I always consider the tip as part of the cost. So if I don't have enough to tip, I don't buy it. Just a little advice for anybody listening. Anyways, they were more than happy to tell me about their problems because I made it about them. And I already tipped well the first round when I saw the sign and the girl goes, "We only take cash or online ordering," and I said, "Oh, that's perfect, I pay cash." And then she had to like brew my coffee, so she said it would take 5 minutes, totally fine. So the instructions were well taken, well given. By the way, I'm on my way to the college library if they're still open. I know, Turtle's crazy. I went out to a dental appointment. I was late. Surprise there, huh? Because copywriters are always on time. And I didn't mean to be late. I just let a lot of things catch up to me sometimes. And I tend to like to take my time. I was actually listening to Halbert, an X-rated Halbert tape on my way over. It was actually, it was from a tape, but I got a digital version of it. I like to listen to my car. So I get a lot of brain juice from Gary Halbert and John Carlton and Joe Polish, just like in my car, my travels. Even Ben Settle too sometimes, Dan Kennedy. But that's another story. Anyways, Starbucks people, what the hell? And I'm not talking people that work at the Starbucks. Like, you let this Starbucks go without a credit card reader for 3 days, and then the girls are even saying there that because there's all girls working there, and they were saying that it's very frustrating, of course, for the client and the employee, right? Having to explain the whole spiel. Oh, sorry, we don't got the credit card machine. We can only take cash. And a lot of people, they don't carry around cash, especially in Holyoke. Like, you're a corporate chain. You're not a freaking mom and pop. You need to get with the program. There's a FedEx, a UPS, and a USPS all at that mall. There is. I almost took pictures of all of it. I know they have like drop-off and delivery spots there, and I know for a fact they have a USPS store there. So my question is why? I saw somebody there with something like somebody that was not an employee but a guest there, sipping on coffee, looking like they were on an iPad, and it gave me this idea that they could have easily solved the problem by just shipping the store a couple Square readers or something, so shout out to Square and shout out to FedEx, because this would have been a problem that you guys could have easily solved for them too. And Starbucks, get with the program. Look at how McDonald's succeeds in their process in getting that money in the cash register. You don't want anything to get in the way between the person spending money and the person taking in the money. And you guys just, wow. That's all I gotta say is, it shouldn't be even 3 minutes, let alone 3 hours. 3 days without a working credit card machine at a Starbucks in the mall? How freaking dumb can you be? Okay? So if any Starbucks people that work like in that department want to hit me up, I have definitely a bone to pick with you. And you can flag this Turtlecast all you want, but whatever. Like, you can't do that shit. Anyways, I might post up a bunch of signs I took a picture of because they were all generic. And I can tell you at least 3 or 4 things that all these stores had in common just because of the signs they had outside the store. And they were literally generic. There was no company name of the sign even. There was no call to action to the store, to the website. There was no company logos or branding at all on these signs. They would just say your regular buy one, get one free, 10% off, clearance sale, back to school savings, generic. I did see one sign I took a picture of that had a QR code scanner, like win some things, and like, that was cool. That was a good one. I noticed that like all the stores, a lot of the stores too had like kiosks and stuff, had like really bored employees, and they just sold a lot of like tchotchkes and like and things that were just like knockoff stores and stuff. I noticed that they don't, and like fix your phone services, I noticed that they don't have a lot of action. I even went by one customized t-shirt place, and it was more like we sell Target and Walmart t-shirts. Literally, they weren't that very unique. And I think I was like snapping a picture of it, and one kid, he like almost got up in my face that works there. He's like, can I help you? Like invasive. And I'm just like I'm good. Sell any t-shirts today? It's just like, I don't know, maybe you got mad because I was taking pictures or something, I don't know, but I went by the store after, and he's just like giggling around. There's like some kids there and some other guys swearing and stuff, and it's just like, how do these places even make money is beyond me. I mean, maybe they don't need to. Maybe they're just write-offs, for all I know, keep people in the mall. But the mall is dying. Here's why. The mall is pretty much dead. Because of all these stores have no personality. There's just like, come into our store because we have sales. I got one of the best conversations I had. I gave the guy some advice too. He was a timekeeping place. So he sold watches and these really cool clocks, actually, like these cool quartz clocks that do all these cool things. But I went in kind of like as a smart ass too. And here's what I said. I go in the store and I say, hey, when you go to sleep, if you actually sleep, do you like the sound of the ticking of a clock ever come in your dreams? And he's like, I think he said something that depends on how deep you sleep or something. But anyways, we got to talking. And I asked him how long he's been in the business, yada, yada, yada. 15 years. I saw that he had cuckoo clocks and old clocks, all kinds of clocks. And I even asked him, like, you know, I told him that I was somebody that's just like studying things and, you know, into marketing and stuff. And he was actually saying how marketing is so hard. And I was like, oh, it's all I think about. It's easy. But that's me, right? So I told him that I'm going to come back in a year and check up on him too. But I said, are you on TikTok? He said, sort of. And I said, is there other people doing what you're doing on TikTok? And he's like, oh yeah, kind of. Like, he's like mentioning a lot of like watch companies and bigger ones, or kind of just using it as like a cheesy like little platform kind of. But I was like, how many people are like you doing this? He's like, well, really not. I was like, dude, you got to get on there. It's like a free billboard. And that's and it's like it doesn't have a whole lot of time left. Maybe like a good year or so, and then it's gonna turn into something else, or something else is gonna be, you know, taken over. But like, you could see that he knew I wasn't just blowing smoke up his ass. I wasn't trying to sell him anything. I just said, as an experiment, I want to come back in a year, because he looked pretty determined after I told him why. And if you also want to know why, like what else I said, just send me an email, turtlecastusa@gmail.com. Again, turtlecastusa@gmail.com. So you'll get a hold of me one way or another if you send me if you hit me up there. But yeah, fascinating stuff. What else? Oh, so there's a store. You ever hear of a store called Claire's? Well, not much looks like it's changed from a distance. It's still like, you know, lots of like bright, like pink colors and all that stuff. But like, they have this lead magnet that they've had for like probably at least 30 years, right? And they still have it. And I noticed another place has it too. I even asked the girl at both this store and another jewelry store how many piercings they did. And they both averaged around 15. But here's the thing. The free piercing with obviously with the purchase of jewelry is a good lead magnet, and also when they pierce somebody's ear, it's a guaranteed locked-in sale, and they even say that. No shame. It's a good deal, right? what I think is a cheesy deal is when they have like these buy 3 get 3 free, buy 2, and it's like, no, they're really getting people in with the free piercing. I don't know who really charges for piercings anyways, but I'll tell you this, there is a tattoo and piercing place at the mall. I took a picture of it called Bloodline, which doesn't sound like a very good name for a tattoo or a piercing place in my opinion. And then of course you got the girl working there in front on her phone, and it's like our social media posts forever, because it's like you're the billboard for this place that's called Bloodline Tattoos and Piercings, and you're sitting there on your phone. Who in their right mind wants to put something on their body for life from a place that literally doesn't care about you? But anyways, that's besides the point, I guess. Look, I'm driving by lots of weed billboards, I gotta say. Opening minds, I mean, come on. It just has like a transaction. These pot places suck at marketing too. They absolutely suck. They suck at it. They suck at it. It's like some generic name says best premium flower. Like, who the hell says that? Really? If I were to have a real testimonial from somebody, first of all, is it hard to get a testimonial for somebody with weed? At first, it'd be like, it would be a little more realistic, like best weed, man, like best weed in the valley, man. Like, at least that one sounds a little more realistic than, oh, they have premium flower, says Ron, or something. Like, get the fuck out of here. When have you been in a social situation and someone's like, yo, this place, they have premium flower blends. Like, get the fuck, no. Somebody's talking about weed. They're probably saying something like, yo, you gotta go hit up my dude, blah, blah, blah. He's got this good shit. He's got some really good weed, man. Like, that's more likely how somebody is going to talk about weed, right? Anyways, now they got your mind in the gutter good. Couple other things, I think. There's nothing like, hey, I don't want to eat there. It's like, you got the Sombrero still at the mall, right? And it's like fresh Italian, and then nobody's there. You got one guy working there on a phone, and then he's also, his mouth is full of food like a little chipmunk. Like, on one level, I get it. You know what I mean? Your food's so good, your employees are eating it. But on another level, it's not really good business. I'm sorry. It's not good for business. I even went by another jewelry shop, and you could see the lady's lunch just sitting there, like, right next to all the fine jewelry. It's like, I'll tell you what. Oh, you know what else I've noticed, too? I thought I would go in there and see a lot of women. The way I started this off, too, is saying women with a bag of dicks, is because I thought I would see a lot of women getting sporting goods stuff. Because they're like, for instance, like, here's the thing, right? You see people, they'll buy cheeseburgers because they ran a couple laps, right? They're like, I worked out, I went to the gym today, I deserve a burger, right? So when people are shopping for their kids, they're probably saying to themselves, well, I deserve a piece of jewelry, I deserve something for myself, right? Which is understandable. However, I didn't see a lot of that today, and it's probably because they're going to do it online or somewhere else, right? At some other time, which is also understandable. Ooh, produce store. See, I'm going to stop at the produce place. Oh, let's see what they got here. I see corn. I see peppers. I see tomatoes. Here, I'm going to pause it real quick so I can go do a little farm stand shopping. By the way, shout out to local farms. Alright, I'm back. How about that for a deal? I didn't have any smaller bills, but a 10 pound pack of potatoes. 10 pound bag of potatoes, I should say. Freshly dug up. 3 huge peppers. 2 of them are yellow. and a nice acorn squash for 10 bucks. Come on. Can you beat that? You know how many little meals you can make out of that? Side dishes and all that stuff. So, and potatoes and the acorn squash have a pretty decent shelf life too. I mean, they don't last forever, but you gotta use it right away either. So it's like future planning, you know. Let's see here. Am I gonna make the right turns? Maybe. I feel like I'm off the leash today, so I'm just like, I'm using this opportunity to, like I said, I'm a student of markets, I do marketing, so I said, why not go to the mall today, and then maybe I'll go check out, see if any of the college libraries are still open. I gotta get my hands on that SRDS list, first and foremost, so, my local libraries, my college library, the 5 college library, they got it. I went to the Boston library, the Boston Public Library. I got a membership there too. They had some older ones, so I'll keep you up to date with all that stuff. Something else I wanted to cover. Let's see. I was basically making fun of everybody that worked at all these places. I think. Did I have any other conversations? I'm trying to, one of the reasons why I did this turtlecast, because I didn't have any paper with me either, and I wanted to somehow, look at that cop I just waved to, directing traffic. He either gets a lot of people that wave to him, and not a lot of people do, because you could see that the way he cracked that smile right there, it was a genuine smile. So, just always remember that it's better to smile when you can. I mean, think about, like, fake it till you make it, however you want, right? Fake it till you make it, however you want. But one thing that I believe that is a good fake it till you make it has to do with smiling. You know, fake the smile until you can make it a genuine one. And I know you probably think that's crazy, but it's not. You know, learn people's names, make people feel important, ask people about themselves. Don't just be like pretentious and flatter people. Oh wow, so this strip I'm riding through right now. Okay, I see 1. I'm counting. I'll tell you what I'm counting in a second. 2. I gotta find out. This is where I need to do some market research. Right. So far, there's 2. Okay, I see a 3rd one, and the reason why is because the company name really stands out. There's 3. Obviously, I'm not at the mall anymore. 3, 4. I'm not going to tell you where I am right now, but if you really want to know, just hit me up, turtlecastusa@gmail.com, and I'll tell you where I was. So there's 4. Alright. Because I'm going to try to capitalize something. I don't want anybody else to, like, because I don't know where this idea will be by the time people listen to it. I don't really want to say. Alright, I see 4. There could be a 5th one. 5 places for sale. For sale. Another thing for sale. Lots of commercial real estate for sale. And it's perfect for somebody like me that knows a little history about the shopper in this area and where so okay, there's a 5th one. I see this one company, or maybe there's 2, like basically like have a lot of real estate that is just empty, and I like to go back and find out how much they're losing or lost since they bought the property. Well, they can say whatever they want. All I gotta do is find out how much they spent, or how much they spent, how much they're charging, and how long they've been charging it. And that's exactly how much money they've been losing. Exactly how how much money they're losing. Exactly. So, wow, there's a lot of places. And this is an area where you can hear all the cars passing by. Granted, it's like 6 o'clock-ish, but like, this is a very hit-up, well, a healthy economy when it comes to shopping. And for there to be closed up places for sale is almost ridiculous, I gotta say. So, well, I think we've come to a point where I have shared all I want to share as a reporter of the mall. And I thank you very much for listening to the Turtlecast today. You can always go back and listen to more episodes at turtle-cast.com. Again, that's turtle-cast.com. Have a wonderful day. Thank you again for listening, everybody. Peace.